Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Today I'm going to be doing your weekly crypto YouTuber update. This is a series that I'm trying to do weekly. Last week I didn't because I was sick, but I try to do a weekly update of the other crypto YouTubers out there, just some of them each week. I pick certain videos for me to cover to give you guys kind of an idea of other videos that you could be looking at out there, so you're not just following just me and taking my advice for everything, even though nothing on this channel's advice. It's just what I'm doing and sharing with you guys, but trying to get you other people's opinions out there, so you're not just taking one person's opinion for it. So I want to share these videos with you for this week. Please hit that subscribe button, guys. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'm on track for that. Don't forget to hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's jump into it. Alright, so the first video I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is Alex Becker's video from this week. He does a video every few weeks or so now that things are kind of pumping in the bull run and gaming space. So he's a very interesting character, has a very huge following out there, and he's a multi-millionaire in the crypto space, and he's made millions and hundreds of millions in crypto. So wanted to play a quick clip from his video. I think you should watch it to give you a good outlook on the gaming space for crypto. Now, his videos are not for everybody. He's very sarcastic, and he can come off a little, a little bit too much for some people. But he is in charge of, or partnered with, I think he's one of the founders of the Neo Tokyo crypto company, where all the gaming, almost all the gaming projects are getting involved in, and they kind of work together to get everything rocking and rolling for the upcoming bull run for the gaming space. So we'll take a look at his video quick here.
So what's about to happen in the market? I always get people asking me this. I always see people talking about what's going to happen in the market. Nobody knows. No one knows. Anybody claiming to know is an idiot. There's three things, in my opinion, that are likely to happen, and I want to talk about the odds of them. And again, these are not certain odds. We are either right here, you see this run up right here before the bull run, and then there's this crash right here. Now, I don't think COVID is going to happen again, but there's a chance for a recession in Q1 or something like that. So we could see, in our gaming portfolio bags we're at right now, I don't think we're going back to the lows we were at before. And the coins I'm about to talk about in this video and the coins I've been talking about on the channel, I don't think we're going to the lows we were before, but we could easily see a nice 50, 70% loss on these things. They're up 5x now. Some of them. The good news is we're way closer to the huge giant crypto bull run I think is coming than we are away from it. So even if we eat a big bag of poo right here, we just have to hold on to it and it'll be just fine. And the portfolios, the way they're positioned, we're going to eat a nice 20, 30x gain when the bull run comes. So that's cool. That sucks a little bit. We have to wait a little bit longer. That's fine. Or what we're looking at right now is Bitcoin is just not going to go back down much. We're not going to get a recession. We're just going to have a nuclear bull run in 2024. And at this point, our bags again are going to 20, 30x. So finally, the last thing that happened is our bags completely nuke and crypto never comes back ever again. And crypto gaming doesn't happen and crypto dies completely and gets banned from the world by aliens. I don't see that happening. So if we're walking up to the roulette table in Vegas right now, it's like we're able to spin the ball and we have 2/3 odds our portfolio will 20x. And we have 1/3 odd, it will just get absolutely nuked and go to zero, which is a super real possibility right here. I have to stress that. And these odds are just my logic. I could be completely wrong. I'm not your financial advisor. This is the last time I tell you to turn off this channel. What the hell are you doing here? So that being said, with that logic, I'm completely willing to have about 5% of my net worth right here and just spin the wheel.
So to his point, he's thinking, in his idea, it's 2/3 in our favor that we're going to eventually at some point in the next year or so take off into this bull run and probably get a 20 to 30x out of our portfolios from here. So he's willing to gamble 5% of his net worth into gaming to try to get that 20 to 30x. Let's say he puts 5% of his entire net worth into this and he gets a 20x out of it. He's pretty much doubled his net worth in this upcoming bull run. So he's worth, I think, hundreds of millions of dollars. So that tells you the kind of money that he's talking about for him out of this bull run. So that's another thing to keep in mind, guys. When you see people talking about, this coin's in Alex Becker's wallet, I'm buying it. If it's not a major purchase, probably in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's probably not his main wallet, guys. It's probably something that, you know, he's just toying with you with, if it's his actual wallet. If you see a $5,000 or $10,000 crypto purchase in there, it's probably not his wallet, more than likely his main wallet. I'm sure he's got a main wallet somewhere, and I'm sure there's a lot more than, you know, just a few $100,000 in there. The guy's worth hundreds of millions of dollars as far as I know. So, but he's got a good point, you know, willing to gamble. Crypto is a gamble. It is a risk. Everything is a risk. So just make sure that you're trying to play the chips in your favor. You know, we could have a correction coming up. I've talked about that before on my channel. If we do that, my bags are packed either way, whether we keep going in the bull run or if we get a correction and then go take off to the moon in the bull run, that's fine. I'm also taking out some profits and setting them off to the side in case we get that big crash. So just, you know, I'm just ready for every situation and scenario out there. The next video I want to cover with you guys is by House of Crypto. This is a, you know, video where he talks about RuPaul and the time is now, how we're kind of, again, setting ourselves up for the kind of perfect scenario for a really good bull run coming up with everything that's happening in the economy and the worldwide situation. So I'm going to play a quick clip from Peter's video here from House of Crypto. Make sure you check him out as well, guys.
The crypto spring is here. According to Raoul Pal, all the stars are aligning for the most outrageous and potentially enormous crypto bull market you can ever even imagine. And what that means for us positioned where we are right now in the very start of the next phase that's coming is huge. But if you do this wrong, you will leave the bull market less well off than you could have done. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what Raoul Pal has been saying about the macro environment and also understand exactly which areas of the market we should be focusing on at different times. This one's extremely important, so hit the like button and let's get into today's video. Now guys, if you subscribe to this channel, since the end of December last year, I've been pretty much telling you we're at the bottom of the market. And that wasn't because I'm a self-proclaimed legend at reading charts. No, it was because I'm a legend at understanding who to pay attention to and who to follow. And a few people out there were definitely worth noting. Chris Bernice definitely came across with some really good information and got me into Solana early. I also listened to Raoul Pal, who understands in depth the macro environment. I then chose to ignore the likes of Gareth Soloway and Ben Cowan, which seems to have paid off quite nicely for me. Now, what does Raoul Pal know that really helped me out making decisions? Well, he told us about the liquidity cycle and why the liquidity cycle has been what's driving the crypto markets since 2008. So when he's come across and told me this piece of information right now about the macro situation, I had to pay attention. And here's what he had to say on the macro environment and why, running into next year and the year after that, why we're going to see an absolutely phenomenal environment within crypto.
You get your t-shirts out and then it's freezing cold again. That's what spring is like. That's exactly what macro spring is like in crypto spring. So we saw spring and we saw choppiness, sideways ranges, a squirt up in the beginning, then slowed down. And then we're now getting into late spring. Late spring, we're starting to see what I refer to as the banana zone, which is this massively positive end of year phase. Normally speaking, again, probabilistically speaking, no guarantees around here, so don't try and hold me and go, well, it didn't go up at the end of the year, you're a bastard.
So Raoul Pal, you know, he's been around for a long time in the crypto space, and he's got a really good outlook on how the markets work and how it affects crypto. And so far, he's been pretty accurate on a lot of things. So Peter covers the rest of this in his video. If you want to check this out, it's really interesting to listen to. Peter's also been very right on about a lot of things in this market, so make sure you check out his videos as well. But Raoul Pal's theory is that, you know, we've come into this crypto spring and we're starting to see some of that now, the growth from the crypto winter coming into the spring, and now we're getting towards the end of the spring, and he sees the crypto summer coming next year and into, you know, late 2024 into 2025, setting up the perfect scenario for the crypto bull run to just absolutely explode. So hopefully that is the case. Obviously nothing's guaranteed. We could get some kind of black swan event, but really interesting video to watch. Go ahead and check it out, guys. I'll have the links to all these in the description of this video, so you can click on them and watch them if you want. And let's jump on to the next one here. This next one here is by Crypto John. He's going to give his opinion on whether he thinks a crypto bull trap is in, and whether we're going to get a crash or not. I just like to get other people's opinion on things to see kind of where we're all at and where our thought processes are. So take a listen to this here in John's video.
In this video, I want to talk about the crypto market and whether I believe a crash is coming. Bitcoin has risen up to the 44K range. It just came back down to the 43s, but it looks like it's going to get back to the 44K range. And this is a lot faster than I expected. However, I did say in my last live stream video that I thought we were in a bull cycle. I still believe that. Whether we see a crash or not, this doesn't change anything. Bull cycles in crypto usually last 2 years after the accumulation phase. We have 1 year accumulation, 1 year bear, and usually 2 years of bull to finish off the cycle, right? And that's the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin, for those who don't know. Now, a lot of people think that this is a big disbelief rally, like we're going to see a big crash. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying, regardless, it's nice to see. It really is, especially if you came into this market when it was all red. That being said, though, I'm kind of bummed out. I wanted to buy more crypto. I haven't bought crypto in 2 weeks. And I'm just going to tell you guys what I'm doing, not what I think you guys should do. Obviously, if you're new, then take what I say with a grain of salt. But for me, I'm just watching and waiting. I'm not buying crypto right now. I am cashing up. I am hoping that we have a bigger crash. Some people think this ETF might get rejected by the SEC sometime in January. One of my Discord members brought that up the other day. And listen, no one knows where crypto is going, whether it's going to go bullish, next week, tomorrow, bearish in a month. No one knows what's going to happen, right?
So he's going to cover in there exactly what I've covered in some of my recent videos, is how to be prepared regardless of the scenario, whether we keep going up, whether we get a big correction. It's always good to have some dry powder sitting off to the side, waiting in case we get a big correction in crypto, where you can reinvest those funds into coins after we get a big correction or not. Just try to bring your dollar cost average down, or to get into some coins that you weren't able to get into before because they had pumped already. So keep that in mind. Check out John's video and his other videos, guys. It's really good to get other people's aspect and opinion on different things, just to kind of get an idea of what other people are thinking, where we could be at in the space. I agree with him. I think that it's possible that we could get a correction in the coming months, whether that's in January, late December, or whether that's back in if it comes in April or May of next year after the halving. We'll just have to kind of see when it's coming, but at some point we're going to get a correction. I highly doubt we're just going to keep going up and up and up and up. Crypto usually, in the past, it has never done that. We've always gotten some kind of correction before we took off into the big bull market. But obviously that's not, nothing's guaranteed by any means. So just try to be prepared for either scenario. If you're interested in that, I've covered that in some of my recent videos. You can go back and watch that, what my strategy is. But it's always a good thing to have some money sitting off to the side, and it's always a good thing, in my opinion, to take out profits on the way up. So right now I'm up a lot on some of my coins, so I took out some profits on those. I've reinvested some of those, and I still have some dry powder sitting aside in case we do get a correction, or in case another good opportunity comes up that I want to jump on. The last video I got for you here is by Kyron with No BS Crypto. This is kind of along the similar path here, talking again about certain coins and how they pump too much for us to get into. What should we do?
Secret that I haven't really told too many people, but I'm going to share with you all here today because I think it's a very important lesson. I'm going through this feeling, this emotion right now with my personal crypto portfolio, and I'm guessing if I'm doing it, you likely are too. It's a symptom of the 2025 bull run. It is a mere tiny dot, a speck into what we're going to feel like in the next 2 years. So I'm a little bit worried, but I want to voice this with you all today because, again, I'm sure if especially your first bull run, you're likely feeling this too. What am I talking about, and what is this big secret? Well, the secret simply is FOMO, but it's not just entirely FOMO. Right now, I'm struggling with an issue of seeing most of the coins I've been eyeing off pretty well the last 2 years straight. Chainlink is one that comes to my mind because it's one that I talk about the most, because it's the one that pisses me absolutely off the most. It was trading between two channels for the longest time, again, like basically well and truly over a year, and I thought it was going to go lower. Never did, and of course, I completely missed it. It's 3x up. And this is going to be, I guess, the moral of the story here. If you're someone like me right now, feeling like all of these altcoins you've missed a boat on, well, I'm telling you right now, we are due for retracements. This is not the be all and end all, guys. All right. So, like, literally today, I'm on my computer's behind me. I've got a little bit of cash that's come in from YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. And I was like, right, bills are paid. I want to put some of this into crypto. And I started eyeing off my portfolio. HBAR's filled, QNT's filled. I've got half my Near Protocol filled, Casper's filled. But what's next? Right. And I started looking at, Solana, and I started looking at things like Pyth. Now I'm looking at Pyth. I started looking at a few of these altcoins, namely, and the one that I wanted to get into the most, Algorand, and actually Near Protocol too. And they're like 2.5x up from where I could have purchased before. And this went through my mind. Do I buy now? Do I buy at an increase? Do I buy at 2.5, 3x up?
So, this is a good point. I've talked about this before in my video. Sorry if this video is getting too long for you guys, but just want you to hear a little bit more of the story so you can get a picture of what the whole video is about. But, I've covered this on my video recently, guys, where it's like, what do I do? I feel like, I've missed the boat. Some people feel like they've missed out. I had a video, I think a week or so ago. It said, are you too late or something like that? Or did I miss out? Something like that. You can go ahead and watch that video. And it's basically a talk in there about how to be prepared for either scenario. You definitely want to have some coins in your portfolio, but there are coins out there, in my opinion, that haven't pumped that much. ICP is one of them. Sure, it was down to $3. Now it's up to $5 as of the recording of this video. So it has come up a little bit, but it's not even up 2x from its low. So, even if you bought something like that, and this is not financial advice, guys, I'm just telling you my thought process here. Even if I bought something at ICP at like $5, and let's say we got a correction and it came back down to the $3.50 or $4 range, big deal. My opinion is I think ICP is going to get to $50 to $100 long term in the upcoming bull run once we get really screaming and everything takes off. So it's a solid project. It's one of the best projects out there, and so long term I think I'm going to do just fine. And if we were to get that correction, I would just try to pick up some more to get my dollar cost average down. But Kyron talks about certain things in his video as well. I want you to take a look at that, get some ideas on what you could do from his perspective. So check out these guys. They got some excellent videos out there. This video is way longer than it should be already, so sorry about that, but check them out. The links will be in the description of the video, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and we'll see you on the next one.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me.